For this Halloween, I'm making this outfit for my daughter. It's Princess Poppy from Trolls. You see here, it's a faded ombre look. And so I looked up Bleach Ombré on YouTube, and there was no video, so this is gonna be my little experiment. Let me first show you what I've been doing so far. I made a solution of 1 part bleach to 10 parts of water. And here are my swatches that I dipped in it. This was 1 minute in bleach, 5 minutes in bleach, 10 minutes in bleach, and 15 minutes in bleach. I think this is a little too much. So my goal is going to be do up to 10 minutes. And if you notice right here, this is where I had dipped the swatch in the bleach solution and picked it back up. So this part was actually hanging outside the water. It was warmer, which allowed the bleach to activate even more. So the goal is to not dip more than I need to, because then you'll get this weird too white effect. So this is my second test, and let me show you what I'm gonna do. This is already 10 tablespoons of water, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of bleach. Oops, a little mix. I'm gonna pour this bleach solution. So first, make sure your fabric is wet. Wet that a little bit. My goal is to drop just a little bit at a time to get a bleached ombre effect. For every minute that passes, I'm gonna pick it right back up, and we'll start the countdown. Okay, it's been about a minute, so I'm gonna drop just a little bit more down, being very careful not to pick up anything. Okay. Just a little bit. 3 minutes. I've been doing this every minute. It's stuck, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it straight out. Okay. I had 2 minutes left, but I couldn't really drop it more with how I had it set up with the pen. I think I achieved what I wanted. Next step will be to try this with the dress. Oh, so here's that sample. There's kind of little lines where you could tell it might have been dropped a little too fast and picked back up. I think as long as you drop it very gradually, maybe every half a minute, it'd probably help minimize any little lines you have. But I like how the effect turned out, so we're gonna do that with my dress. I'm gonna kind of roll it so most of the front is facing outward. I'm gonna snap this on. So I made a hole at the bottom with this Ziploc bag, and I'm just gonna stuff my dress through the hole at the bottom. This is just to protect it in case any bleach splatters at the top. I basically have my ironing board, hair card wrapped around twice, and an overhand knot. And what I'm going to do, my hanger through this loop, and see, now it's hanging right over my bleach solution. It has enough friction that I could just drop it incrementally into my solution. But before I make the bleach solution, I'm gonna wet this dress so it's evenly saturated with water. So to get a 10% solution, 6 cups of water, 2/3 cups of bleach. Do a little whirly whirl. I got my timer set up for 9:55. I wanna do a total of 10 minutes. Oh, is it in? Oh God. Starting the clock, half minute. I've been dropping it slowly into the water, which is getting kind of difficult with this plastic bag in the way. Okay, so I'm gonna have to abort because it's already all the way down. Here we go. I'm going to throw it in the wash, and then you can see how it looks like when it's all dry. Okay, this is how my dress turned out, and I'm not very happy. There is actually an ombre effect, I would say, right here, but then right here just like and turns into the normal color. I think it's because I squeezed it into a pitcher, and so that's why you got these like kind of jagged lines. The reason why I didn't use a bucket is because I would have to use a ton of bleach. I thought my test strip was successful, but then when I put it up to the dress, this is actually what it was gonna look like. It just on a larger scale, it's a lot more noticeable, and plus I think just because I bunched it up into that tiny pitcher. To fix this bleach ombre, I'm gonna try to dye it teal with the RIT dye. First you would dip it, bring it up, and you just continue dipping it. But the darker places you want to keep in longer. So, 2 cups of hot water. Here's that whole packet. And I'm gonna add it to my already simmering pot of water. Now, they say for best results, if you're using cotton, use 1 cup of salt. Here's some 1 cup of kosher salt. And it says to all dye baths, add a tablespoon of detergent. I'm gonna mix this. This is how my dye bath looks like. It's filled almost to the top with water because we're doing the dip dye ombre. I'm gonna dip most of it inside, and then I'm gonna bring it up. And then just keep incrementally doing that. I've only done it for 2 minutes, but I'm looking at it and I think this is way too much dye. So I think 2 minutes and we'll see how it turns out. Rinsing off with cold water. So here is my final product. It looks a little better, not perfect. You can still see that there's a definite line between dark and light. All I have to do now is replace this white yarn since it got dyed a little bit. And I'm gonna stencil on this onto the dress so it looks more like Princess Poppy's dress. You wanna try it? Let me do the first one?
Yeah.
What do you think? Ah, it's a white flower! Oh shoot. No! Okay, hold on. I gotta get some water. Don't dry, don't dry, don't dry, don't dry. Oh man! No, 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 no! Oh my god, I'll believe. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Whoa, Aveline! Who are you dressed up as?
Princess Poppy.
Princess Poppy! Where's Mr. Dinkles? Oh, there's Mr. Dinkles. Your unicorn has a costume too. Where's your hug time bracelet?
There.
Hug time bracelet. You look great, Aveline. You ready to go trick or treat?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's go trick or treating.